Hi guys, my name is Henry Neal and welcome to my review of the Asus ZenBook Duo. It's an incredible piece of hardware, one of the best laptops I've used up till date, and I think Asus is doing an incredible job with the kind of laptops they've been putting out. I've reviewed the ZenBook Flip 13, the ZenBook 14 also, and all those laptops were great in their own light. I mean, I absolutely loved all of them, but this one, the ZenBook Duo, I mean, this is the king of them all, and Asus has knocked it off the park with this laptop. So, why am I so excited about the Asus ZenBook Duo? Well, for me, I think this is one laptop I would say that right now you should buy if you have the money. But let's take a look at the Asus ZenBook Duo. Alright, so let me quickly run down the specifications for the Asus ZenBook Duo. I mean, for my copy here, this is a review copy sent to me by Asus. For this copy, you've got 32 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte of solid state drive. It's a really very fast solid state drive. You've also got the Intel Core i7 11th gen processor in this one to handle smooth processing of all those your tasks. You've got a 1080p Full HD screen. I mean, it's an absolutely beautiful screen. And then you've also got a secondary screen, and this is called the ScreenPad Plus. You've got your keyboards down here. You've got a 75 watt hour battery in this one to give you up to 16 or 17 hours of use. But in my day-to-day use, I found out that I was hitting about 12 hours of use. So again, it may vary in your use. So for this laptop, it's made from an aluminum build. I mean, it's really solid. I mean, and it feels like a tank. Very good job with the build quality that Asus has done in here. And opening this up, you can see that the hinge for the second screen also gets lifted up, and if you try to press down on this hinge, I mean, it's a very solid job. Some other laptops might creak when they try to implement this, but Asus has implemented something that's absolutely fantastic in terms of the solidity of this device. So some other things you may need to know is that this device comes with a stylus in the box. I mean, it just feels like a regular pen and really works very well. And you've also got that charging brick. It's a USB-C charging brick, and it connects to any of the Thunderbolt 4 USB-C ports on this device. In terms of the ports placements, you've got one USB 3.0 port to the right of the device. You've got a headphone jack to the right there, and you've got a SD card reader to the right. And to the left side, you've got HDMI, a full HDMI port, and also to the left here you got two Thunderbolt 4 USB Type-C ports which can transfer data up to 40 gigabits per second, and that's absolutely crazy. And you can also charge the laptop with any of these ports. So for performance in my day-to-day use, I've had this for about a week plus now. I mean, it's just, man, it blows everything out of the water, and there's nothing you're going to put on this that it wouldn't be able to handle. Performance is smooth AF. Using the pen on this laptop works seamlessly. I mean, I'm just very impressed. You have the option to either use the pen or use the touch screen as you may please. You also have handwriting recognition with the ScreenPad Plus on the bottom here, or if you don't want to use your finger, you can use the pen to enter your handwriting, and it automatically translates it to text on the screen. Speeds on this laptop is ridiculous. I mean, with 32 gigabytes of RAM, obviously there are other options you can get out there, but with the 32 gigabytes of RAM and an Intel Core i7 11th gen processor in this one, then the speeds of this thing is just off the park. I mean, it's absolutely wonderful. You will have absolutely no problem if you want to play games on this device. I don't think it's built for games, but if you choose to go that route, definitely it will play all games smoothly and without issues. Now, I put Adobe Premiere on this device and also Adobe Photoshop, and I mean, the ScreenPad Plus, the second screen down here, just blows it out of the pack and makes it very easy for you to work on a program like Adobe Premiere on this. Now, being a 14-inch laptop, you can see that the screen is quite small and not the best to work on things like Adobe Premiere, but thanks to this secondary screen, that's the ScreenPad Plus, you can drag your timeline into the secondary screen and then use the full screen real estate of the main screen to handle all your video works. I mean, it just works smoothly. You can see it on your screen right now, and I'm absolutely enjoying it. So for things like Photoshop, you can also drag dial controls to control things like your color wheels and all of that into the secondary screen pad plus, and just, I mean, it just works. Now, one of the downsides I do not like about this laptop is the keyboard. It takes a while to get used to it, and the reason is because it's down below due to that secondary screen, and if you're trying to type, it gets awkward. I mean, you can just see what I'm talking about. So you probably need to buy an external wrist rest to type properly on this one. Another thing again is the placement of the trackpad. It makes it, I mean, it's a little bit awkward. Again, like everything in life, after a while you get used to it and it's no problem whatsoever. But the keyboard, how do they feel? I mean, it's fantastic feel. Good travel, I mean, good clickiness, and it's really very quiet. It's not like other keyboards that are clanky and noisy out there. I mean, very silent keyboard, but very satisfying to type on. So how does this laptop perform in Geekbench? I mean, here are the results on your screen. As you can see, there are no problems. It's a very fast laptop and it handles everything I've thrown at it with no problems. So let's talk about the screen on this laptop. I mean, they look fantastic. 1080p screen, and they just look really very sharp. Anything you throw on here looks good. If you're watching videos on this laptop, I mean, the colors just look fantastic. I don't know if the human eye can possibly see beyond what you can see on this laptop. I mean, it just looks vibrant. Colors look very good. And again, that secondary screen pad plus down here just makes things a lot more easier. You can do things like putting a calculator in there. You can put a note pad there, maybe like a sticky note, so you can easily and quickly take notes there while you're browsing your research on the main screen. I mean, these screens just work seamlessly. I've had no problem using both of the screens. I mean, I think they're fantastic. Asus has done a really good engineering job here, and I dare say it's a great time to be alive. I mean, technology is incredible. I don't know why people die for the Apple MacBook Pros. I mean, they don't offer anything incredible. They're just there. I mean, but look at people pushing. Asus keeps pushing out innovation after innovation. I reviewed the ZenBook Flip S. I reviewed the ZenBook 14. I also reviewed the ZenBook 13. All those laptops were incredibly awesome. Light, thin, powerful laptops from Asus. And I think this one here is no different. This is an absolutely beautiful laptop. So what are my thoughts on this laptop? Well, I think that the Asus ZenBook Duo is a fantastic device. If you haven't held one, I would advise you walk into a store, take a look at this and see if it's something you're able to resist. So how much will the Asus ZenBook Duo cost you? Well, it's not yet launched in Nigeria. It's going to be launched in this quarter, but you can expect it to cost anything between 800,000 and a million naira. It's quite steep, but again, you're getting one of the best laptops with the best specs you can imagine. Like everything in life, there are compromises or cons that come with it, and the Asus ZenBook Duo is no different. The major compromise that Asus has to deal with in this laptop is the size. Being a 14-inch laptop, they had to make certain compromises just to cram that secondary screen in on this one. And the major compromise I see there is that mouse or trackpad. It's a little bit uncomfortable to use, but like everything again, as I said before, you get used to it after a while. The keyboard also has been pushed to the bottom of the laptop, so when you're trying to type on it, I mean, your wrist has to rest on your table, which is a little bit uncomfortable again. And I can see a lot of people wanting to get a wrist rest in order to deal with this issue. So these are the major compromises I see in this laptop. Besides that, every other thing in this laptop just works brilliantly, and I think that this is a brilliantly machined product from Asus. Who is this for? This is for the creative professional, those people who make videos, who edit videos, people who do graphic works, and people who probably write code or develop code. So guys, that's my review of the Asus ZenBook Duo. If you have any questions on this laptop, please leave them down in the comment section. I'll be very glad to respond to all your questions. And again, thank you for all the love for all of you who watch my content and subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much. If this is your first time here, a sub to the channel and a like to this video will be most appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.